Hey everybody, welcome to Bourbon Battles. This is Joe. Hey, we got a great new kind of episode coming for you today. If you want to find out what's in this black bag, you're going to want to stick around for this one. And we may have a special surprise for you. See you over there. Okay, everybody. Like I told you, we've got a different kind of episode coming for you today. Got something in this black bag here. What?
And it goes a little something like this. Tag team back again.
Guess who's back? Back again.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Where you been?
Golfing?
Did you shoot good?
Not so much.
So for everybody that's been concerned that Chad's still alive, look, here he is.
I'm here.
So we're going to try a different kind of episode today. Chad's going to drink something blind that I provide. Tell everybody why we drink them blind.
I don't know. It's been so long I can't remember.
Did you forget to comb your hair in that time too?
No, I just haven't got a haircut.
Oh, or shave.
Or shade.
So the reason why we drink it blind is because we don't give a rat's ass what's on the label. We just like good whiskey. If you know us, you know that. Do you know what's in that glass?
Mm-mm.
You know anything about it?
No.
He knows absolutely. Let's put this over here so everybody can see what you got going on. So
See who's who in the canoe?
I know what Chad's drinking. He has no idea. And it was designed that way. And probably by the end of the day, we're going to film it in reverse, right? You brought some stuff to trick me, right?
I sure did.
So we're going to do this a couple different ways. We're going to do it like this, where it's just one thing, right? We're trying something new. Put this right here where you can see it. So nobody sneakies. So we might do this in a blind.
This is a blind.
We might do it in a battle.
This is a blind battle.
There's only one. It can't be. What are you battling?
Anything else?
Pay attention. Let's go fast here. So, brand new. So, he's going to tell you, he's going to give it a grade like we're back in school because that's what we do because we don't do good with math. Are you good at math?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. So, we use A through F, just like you're in school. You do pluses and
Where's the
minuses.
E?
Where'd you go to school?
This-
For Franklin. So, he's going to grade the nose first. He's going to tell us what he scores it at. Then he's going to grade the, what did I say? The palate and the finish. And then if he chooses to, he might guess the proof. He might even guess what it is. Like this one, I got a feeling he might be able to guess what this one is.
I'm not very good at that, but
No, we don't want to be good at it. Because if you are good at it, that's shenanigans, probably.
you heard it from the source.
Every once in a while, you can check some things. You can pull some things out of there. And then most importantly, Chad's going to say, this is what I'd pay for it. And we are going to reveal the price at the end, what it actually costs.
Holy crap.
And we'll either use like Total Wine's website or OHLQ, depending on what kind of spirit it is. But we'll get you a good...
OHL. Ohio? We're in Indiana, bud. We ain't using Ohio's thing.
Yeah, but where do you go for Indiana retail pricing? Ohio's a generally good place to look for what something should cost because they only charge retail in Ohio. Total Wine's also... Speaking of Total Wine and retail, Hancock Reserve, do you know what it retails for now?
I have no idea.
$99.99. That's pretty high.
Pretty salty.
Have you ever had it?
We've had it on this show before.
It wasn't that good, was it?
That's only 88 proof.
88.9.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
This is better than Hancock Reserve, I bet.
You're drinking the same thing?
Yeah, because I got to talk to you about it as we go
Let's
along.
do it.
I got to be able to... So you got to do the nose first. You got to give it a grade.
Oh, okay.
Like you're back in Miss Mises class.
There's no ethanol.
How many people do you think would get that?
About 3. There's no ethanol.
None.
Mm-mm.
Did you check out the color?
No, because that's not what I'm grading.
Well, you don't have to give it a grade, but you can speak to it.
It's got good legs.
What's that mean?
The viscosity.
Something you saw on YouTube's?
It's the viscosity of it.
What?
What's viscosity? The thickness of it.
Valvoline talks about viscosity breakdown in their
Thermal.
commercials.
Thermal
Thermal viscosity.
That's Castrol GTX.
Then you take one of them dipsticks and smack you in the face with it, Jimmy. So for those of you that are confused, we took a break for it's been a couple months now.
Every bit of it.
There were some personal issues, family issues had to work through. I did. And I took a new job, scheduling changes, but we're back.
I sent you some videos from the
Yeah, you've seen Chad in the shorts
on a deck in the country.
out in the down there somewhere. And there's not been a lack of content, but it hasn't been right? It hasn't been fun. We're getting back to it here.
Well, I mean, the nose, I don't have any ethanol in it, but I really don't pick up that much from it either.
Do you have a little bit of a cold?
I do.
Do you think that could contribute to it?
I
don't
mean,
know.
It could, but
So I know what this is, obviously.
I'm going to try it because I'm thinking messing with it.
Start talking about what it smells like. What do you think about them apples?
It's warm.
Think it's high proof?
That's good on the end.
The finish, I agree. The finish is the best part. Take your time, bud.
Oh, no, we got to get quick about it.
What are you in a hurry for?
You go to church?
You got choir practice tonight?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say the proof. I bet the proof is... I'm going to give the proof, I'd say the proof's 110.
Interesting. Can I tell you what the proof is?
Yeah.
110.
I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm going off recollection, but I believe it's 110 either. So
Can you spell that?
Smell what?
Spell. Recollection.
Yeah.
That's good.
So when I say when your paper says what is it, do you think it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey? Do you think it's
I think it's an Indiana straight bourbon whiskey.
Do you think it's Indiana straight bourbon whiskey? Do you think it's finished?
I do.
Do you think that's where it's not saying I think that's Jim Beam Black Label made in this year, right?
Right. That'd be cool if I could do that. No, I wouldn't be here right now.
But no, I think you're wrong. So you said Indiana. You think it's MGP?
Probably.
You're correct. It's MGP.
Okay.
I don't know the age. I have a roundabout on the age. We both know what ish on the age.
Let's say
right?
6 years.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a little younger than that actually. But you said you thought it was finished.
I do.
It is a finished product.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it's finished in?
Mm-hmm.
So this might be the best one you ever do. Because you said it was MGP. You got the proof dead nuts on. They already know, down here in the corner, probably somewhere is a picture.
I think it's bitter. The more you drink it, the finish on it becomes bitter.
Think it needs a little more age to it?
I don't know about that. I think you could probably use a little more water. Cut it down a little. If it's going to be young like that, I think.
You think it's a little? Did you put a little drop in there?
I did. That might have made it worse, actually. But I mean, I'm thinking if you cut it and make it 90 proof versus 110 proof, because it's young.
So it's 110, and most of it's competitive.
Is it really 110?
Yeah, I believe it. I think you hit it exact dead nuts on. I think most of its competitors are around that same mark, and you're very familiar with their competitors.
I don't know if it's a weeded or a ride. I would assume that it is.
I couldn't answer that.
I would assume that it's a ride, but I could be wrong about that.
I don't know that MGP does many weeded bourbons.
They've got a few. Right. I have no idea what it is. On the palate, I'm going to give it a B minus on the palate.
That's pretty good.
On the finish, I gave it a B plus. On the nose, I gave it a C.
And would you agree that maybe the palate got a little worse grade than it maybe could if you didn't have a cold?
Well, maybe, but like I said, I think when I put the water in it, I didn't like it as much, which I usually don't. But what it is, I don't know. I don't know what it is. The price I would pay is $65.
Okay, and I will tell you right now, the MSRP on this bottle is $56.99. So you hit everything right on the head. I can't answer this, but I do not think you've had this.
Do not or do not?
I do not think you've had it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe you have.
I don't know. We'll see.
And what's interesting about this is before I pull it out of here, this is getting crazy acclaim from YouTube channels like the Bourbon Junkies are saying this is the best Amburana finished whiskey there ever was, and buy it all before it's gone.
But there's a lot of people raising hell about Amburana too.
Do you care what they think?
I don't care what the whiskey junkies or whoever you said. I don't care what they think.
They got to lift weights though.
I don't care if I don't care if he's Lou Ferrigno, bud.
So you ready to see what it is?
Yeah. What is it?
RD1 Amburana
I
finish.
never even heard of it. It's Kentucky.
Well, it's Kentucky. I was incorrect. It is not MGP.
It's from Lexington.
So we'll have to do a little research, maybe put down here who makes it. I guess I just assumed.
It is 110 proof, though.
So you were very close. This is a new brand. This is their Amburana finish.
I don't know anything about this. I've never had this.
I thought that was correct. It's $56.99 is the retail. It is getting unbelievably hard to find, and it is turning into its own little unicorn because of the praise it's getting on the interwebs. You want to watch the TikToks where people go crazy for it?
No.
Do their dance?
No.
When we get done with this, will you dance? Do a TikTok dance with this?
I will.
Huh?
I will.
You heard it here, folks. So what do you think about that? $56.99? You said you pay. It's a no-brainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd buy it.
Yeah, probably so.
At retail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen it on the Facebooks for $100. Get out of town, Jack?
I get out of town. I'm not a big fan of supporting that kind of nonsense. You know that.
If you're a huge Amburana fan, maybe it's worth that.
Or I could just order some Amburana wood and char it and chew on it. And
Have you looked into doing that, by the way?
No.
Amburana wood is stupid expensive.
Huh. Well. What is that? What is the Magnus? Is it Armagnac and
Armagnac, sherry, and cognac?
Yeah. So I get something like that and chew on it.
What do you mean chew on it? Like the wood?
Yeah.
Would you rather smoke a cigar?
Yeah. Maybe.
Did you smoke that Cuban cigar I gave you?
No.
What are you waiting on?
I'm sick. I've been sick for a month.
Well, I gave it to you 3 months ago.
Well.
I gave it to you when I got back from that cruise.
Well.
I smuggled them into the country.
I like to have that. Can I have that?
Yeah, that's yours, bud.
Thanks. So there you go. RD1. I never had it. And it's from Lexington. Supposedly they say it's bottled in
my glasses.
Stanford, Kentucky is where it's bottled.
Is that where Stanford University is?
No.
Oh.
But this label, the neckband says Lexington, Kentucky on it. So I don't know.
So I think the important thing that we learned here is you like it.
Yeah.
And if you walked into a liquor store and you saw
without tasting it, I would never bought it.
You would have known.
I would never bought it.
Right.
I just walked on by like it didn't even exist.
Right, because there's 100 of these type of things in the stores now, right?
Yeah.
Things you've never seen.
Right.
Amburana finishes. Supposedly their bourbons are good. Unfinished bourbons are good. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get some of that stuff. So the important thing to take away from this is, according to Chad, you walk into a store and see this for $56.99. It's a good buy.
I think so.
That's all we needed to learn.
Especially since it's 110 proof. Who knows how old it is? It's at least 4 years old, but I don't know.
I think it's like 4 or 5 years old.
There's no age statement on it, so
it has to be 4.
If it's straight, it's straight bourbon, it does.
Yeah, it says straight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of those type of nomenclatures,
You can learn that from Stevens.
That's what I was going to ask. How far are you through that class?
Through the first, I'm all the way up to. I think I'm up to past Irish to Scotch.
So halfway-ish, probably.
Kind of, yeah.
So what Chad's talking about is Stave and Thief Society. I finished it, right? There's already been a video go out on it. You saw it, right?
I did.
Hopefully I didn't let the cat out of the bag on things you're getting ready to learn.
No.
Hey, you said Irish whiskey, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see that box back there on that little stand in the back?
It's good. On the right, yeah.
You've never had it?
No, the one on the left I have.
No, the one on the right is a distillery exclusive from Ireland. Gerard brought me.
Oh, we darn.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Cast strength. So check out Stave and Thief Society. You pretty happy with it halfway through?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Good, and no matter how much of a whiskey wise ass you are, there's always something to learn.
What if you're a bourbon butthole? You can't learn anything?
It'd be harder, but you still probably could.
So were you surprised? I was, right? That how much you've actually learned that you didn't know?
I would say that I am surprised at things that I did learn that I didn't know. Not how much, but the things that I have learned.
Yeah, that you just never even knew were a thing.
Or
the detail.
Or had just a misconception of what the thing was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this feels weird. We're gonna film another video today, and we're gonna switch seats because this is silly. I don't like
We're
this.
going to do the same thing because I've got two things to.
We're each gonna.
to really play.
You're gonna do two, and I'm gonna do two. That's what's great about
I get
this.
the thing to really trick you up today. We're going to find out.
Is it? Look, it's probably freaking Bird Dog Blackberry whiskey that you got a quart of for $1.99. I like Bird Dog Blackberry whiskey. Have you ever had it?
Mm-mm.
So hey, this is what's fun. You can do these at home, right? You can literally
Pretty easy. I
So,
mean, and let's be realistic. I got just flat out lucky on the proof. I mean, you know, what are the chances?
Yeah, you're never gonna get. Like I actually thought you did a lot better. I thought it was MGP, and that I was
did too.
obviously wrong. So this little
But like
bag
I said,
right
I
here.
never heard of this, and I don't know where it's being. It's being distilled in Kentucky, but not by these people.
No, somebody's baking it for them. So look, you can literally. This is what these are. These are pillowcases cut in half. You don't have to get real fancy.
That's more fancy than I would get.
You can do these with your friends. You can do it at home. You can do it blind. That's how you're supposed to drink bourbon, right?
Well, I don't know if it's how you're supposed to drink it, but it sure makes it a lot more fun, I think. And
It's a
unless
fun
you're drinking Jim Beam White Label, then it's all fun.
But you know what? Jim Beam White Label is a really fun thing to drink blind to a whiskey connoisseur, or what I like to call whiskey wise ass, right? Because if they think they're drinking something fancy, they'll think that it's really fancy and talk about how great it is. And Wild Turkey 101 is a great thing to do like that.
Yeah. I mean, putting Jim Beam White Label in a E.H. Taylor bottle and serving it to people is kind of funny, really. I mean, I'm not a big fan of small batch E.H. Taylor anyway, but you know, people,
It's better than Jim Beam White Label. Let's be a little real.
I am being
not
real.
a lot better.
I'm voting for the Jim Beam White Label. I don't care what anybody thinks.
You saw it here, so we're gonna do a blind. This is gonna be. Do you like this new format?
It's not bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it some more. Release the, and I'm gonna sneak in if this takes off. If we start doing this, where we got the bucket back here, right? E.H. Taylor small batch versus Jim Beam White Label, and I'm guessing we're both gonna pick E.H. Taylor, and we're both gonna say it's just a little bit better.
You never know.
That's just my prediction. You saw it here first, folks.
But I will tell you this. You can buy a whole lot of bottles of Jim Beam White Label for what one bottle of.
How many bottles of E.H. Taylor small batch do you think you drank in your life? One,
No, not
half,
even. Not
a
even.
quarter.
Right.
3 pours.
Yeah.
How many bottles of Jim Beam White Label you drank?
Countless.
Truckload.
Countless.
You think your mom's watching this?
Oh, yeah.
We never drank that stuff. We just, no.
Oh, yeah.
Until we were 21.
Right.
Hey, drinking bourbon's supposed to be fun. Do it with your friends. Do it responsibly. Do it blind.
Don't drink and drive.
See you next time.
If you drink, don't drive to the watermelon crawl.